I'm PV. Today I'm going to talk about Kinesis versus SQS. So Kinesis is a linked list in cloud, and it has some pros and cons which we'll discuss in this lesson. And I'm going to talk about Kinesis versus SQS and what is the cheaper, cost effective, and what is not easy to use. So basically Kinesis is a kind of queue, and which have it's similar to Kafka, but data is stored as a like linked list. So you can think Kinesis is stream as a highly durable linked list in the cloud. The use case of Kinesis are often similar to those are SQS. You would typically use either Kinesis or SQS when you want to enqueue the record and asynchronous processing. This is asynchronous processing. So this is the head, one record, first record, and then tail. So tail first come, then second record, then third record, and then the head will be the last of the linked list. So now the next part is Kinesis, the difference between the two services. The SQS can only have one consumer, and while the Kinesis can have many. Once SQS message get consumed, it get deleted from the queue, but Kinesis record get added in the list in stable order, and any number of consumer can read and copy the stream by keeping cursor over this never-ending list. Multiple consumer don't affect each other, and if one fall behind, it doesn't slow down the other consumers. Whenever consumer read data out of Kinesis, they will always get their records in the same order. Cheapest, cost effective. So in addition to supporting the multiple consumer, another benefit of Kinesis or SQS is that it can be a lot cheaper. For example, putting 1 KB message in SQS at the average rate is 500 messages per second will cost $34 per day, but Kinesis stream with 50% capacity headroom and handle that same volume of 0.90 less than $1, so that it can be about massive difference of the cost. So it's almost like 34 times less. And so let's do some fun exercise. You calculate the cost putting the certain size of message and the average rate of certain number of messages per second per day, and Kinesis is 0.02 in the cost of putting the millions messages of Kinesis stream a day. Just to have put the number of messages per second, the size of each message in KB will automatically generate cost per day in the next cell. So you can see that this is the cost per day. Number of messages is 1000, and each message size is 1 KB, and the cost is less than $1. The reason the cost profile is simple: Kinesis system is optimized for the sequential read and sequential write. Record get added at the end of the file, and read always happen sequentially from pointer of the file. Unlike SQS record, Kinesis system doesn't get deleted when the consumed. So it's a pure append only, that structure behind the scene. Data simply age out of Kinesis system once they exceed a certain period, which is 24 hours by the default. So it's a TTL which you can change. Now, it's very important that the price of mentioned above is only for the purpose of the understanding and cost comparison. This is price of subject chain anytime by AWS. Therefore, the most of current price should be referred in the final business decision. So, on another hand, Kinesis is not easy to use as SQS. While the SQS you can simply enqueue as many messages as you want without having to worry about the capacity and throttling the limits. Kinesis system made of the slice of capacity called SERD, and it's up you figure out how many SERDs you need. Monitor to set utilization at SERD, figuring out the best way to route records insert that they are approximately equivalent to a traffic, and unfortunately all this is a significant operation burden. That says Kinesis can still much easier to use when compared to other self-hosted technology provided the same streaming property. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel.